Good morning from beautiful downtown Crestline in the San Bernardino Mountains of Southern California's Inland Empire, where Tora has decided that she should do the show. Come on, evil camera. I can't figure out how to get her in the shot. Come on. There she is. She has taken over Great Granny's rocking chair, hanging off the edge, huh? There's the tail end. Yes, Tora, you got to do the show because you're in the chair. She doesn't want to give it up. Come on, it's my chair. She's my great granny. She doesn't care. Okay. You know what we used to call kittens? Lap-sitting toe fighters. Tora is just a chair thief. Come on. Ah! Oh! Big old heavy 10-pound cat in my lap. Yes, that's better. Okay, it's our chair. Come on. Say hi to your fans. I can't figure out. There's her face. There she is. I'm sorry I woke you up, but I needed to sit down. Yes. Ah! Don't fight the mommy. It's my chair. All mine. I was up late at night. I woke up, I don't know, I guess around 4:30 and 2:30, something in the morning. I can check. Let's see. Oh, 4:30 in the morning. Well, so I decided to come on and do YouTube. I think I went over an hour. I don't know. It was fun. But now I'm worn out. Really stinking worn out. All right, Tora, wiggle worm. Go beat up Smokey Sue. See, Smokey's back there being a jerk. Don't smell Tora's butt. You aren't a male. Don't do that. I know she's female. It cost me a bloody fortune to get her spayed. Okay. Well, here we are. Another beautiful morning. Time to turn off the lamp. Since I have plenty of sunshine now, finally. It is about 8 minutes till 8 right now. And I'm really not sleepy, just tired but not sleepy. It's hard to describe. But I really had to do my insomnia edition since I couldn't sleep anyway. And now here I am, not groggy, not sleepy, just kind of physically tired. Darn thing went out. I'm wondering how Freeman and Witta are. This is my Thursday morning, I believe it is Yeah, August 21, 2025. All right, Taurus demanding treats by staring at me. I know what that stare means. The delivery truck will bring new treats this afternoon, so in the meantime, I don't dare run out. I'll have 5 unhappy cats. Ah, I'm amazed, knock on wood, my internet connection is holding up, knock on wood. Ah, Lord. Ah, itchy eyes. Well, I'm waiting to hear about the biopsy on my face, on the tumor on my face. Oh, I keep forgetting to check my phone for messages. I might have missed a call, but you'd think they would try again. Oh, well. Everything works slowly these days. I'm running out of things to say. Oh, Meghan Markle thinks she's going to do another show after season 2 of With Love, Meghan runs on Netflix, in which she allegedly copies other people's cooking shows without attribution, without giving them credit, claiming that she wrote the script, she came up with the idea. Allegedly. She wants to do a travel show advising people about places they should visit around the world. Oh, I don't know about you, but I can't afford to travel. I can't afford to travel to a nearby city to maybe attend a street fair or visit a friend. I got itchies, man. Bad itchies. I blame the cats. Everything is their fault. They blame me, though. They say everything is my fault. Oh, well, anyway, it's a very nice morning. It's still cool, kind of cold outside. But don't worry, it'll get unbearably hot by the afternoon. And then I'll wish it was morning. Still millions of weeds to pull up. And blackberry vines to cut back. They're taking over the universe and they didn't even make berries this year. The one in the front yard has berries. The one in the backyard is just growing runners and leaves. And stickers, thorns. Now, the one up front, I didn't have much fruit last year, but I cut it down right before winter, cut it way, way back. And this year it's glorious and covered in fruit. I might even get enough to make jam. The one in back, I figure if I cut it way down, it might do the same thing and give me fruit next year. I'm going to have to build some kind of fence for it to climb on because right now it's just sending runners out on the ground. It's a good thing to have a huge backyard, although that always means more weeds to pull up. But it has room for the blackberry vine and my fig tree to coexist. Last year, the fig tree was about as tall as my knees. This year, it's almost as tall as my hips. But after 10 years, still no fruit. Fig trees grow slowly. It might never give fruit. Depending upon the variety, it might need like a male plant and a female plant, but you'd think it would have flowers. I haven't seen any. Maybe it has too much shade from a nearby cedar tree. Oh, hi, Angus. Good morning. I've been up most of the night. I woke up somewhere between 4 and 4:30 and couldn't go to sleep, so I did a live YouTube in the middle of the night. Now it's about 8 in the morning, and here I am, still unable to sleep, even though my body's tired, but I think that's mostly from pulling weeds, raking weeds and leaves, and then bagging them up, and trimming the blackberry vine that ate crestline. Blackberries will do that, they'll grow huge. Super huge. Angus slept about 5 hours. Well, let me see. I guess I slept. I think I actually woke up between 2 and 3 in the morning. I went online at 4:30 because I couldn't get back to sleep. Yeah, that's my memory of that is kind of hazy, but I think so. I watched a few YouTubes for a while. It's still, I slept maybe 4 or 5 hours. South, I don't know what South IA is. I don't remember where you are. Oh, are you in up north? What you call it? Oh, you're in Los Angeles. Okay. Oh, LA. Yeah, sometimes I get confused because people also call Louisiana LA. Oh, Baldwin Hills. I spent a good part of my childhood having fun in the Baldwin Hills. On one slope right behind the Little League field, there was a strip of sand. We'd sled down it on a sheet of cardboard. It was several feet wide and went from the top to the bottom of the hill. I don't think the ball fields are there anymore. But when the city built a library where the original Little League fields were, my dad and another board member had the fields built on top of a hill in the Baldwin Hills. The oil derricks are still pumping, those donkey engines. Cool. You know, they have so much oil under the Baldwin Hills that it seeps out onto the ground, even if they aren't, or especially if they are not pumping it, because the pressure builds up if they don't pump it out. I used to collect tar there to play with. Hi, Widow, welcome in. Well, I don't know. I spent my first 11 years in Culver City drinking tap water because Mom wouldn't buy bottled water or even a filter. It was pretty expensive in the 1960s. Nothing bad happened to me, but that water tasted nasty. Adding a little lemon juice improved it. I wish I wish I could love the new Culver City, but it is not where I grew up. The tumble down bungalow where we lived, my grandfather owned it, long story, but it was falling apart. It is now, rehabbed, and the last time it sold was just under $1 million. It's been rehabbed and landscaped, but it's still the same building. It's just spruced up and really nice. It was at Lafayette and Braddock. I don't remember which way was north and which way was south, so I can't tell you which corner. But it was diagonally across from the old public library, which was closed when I lived there. And straight across the street was a Spanish mission style house. It was not adobe bricks, it was stucco, but it was made to look like a Spanish mission house. Now, I mean, our tallest buildings were like 3 stories tall. Yeah, too many uptight yuppies. I agree. Our first house, when I was born, was on the back side of Farragut Elementary, really close to Lindbergh Park. Spent many afternoons playing at Lindbergh Park. Yeah, I liked the neighborhood where we lived because no two houses were alike. But then these corporations started, buying empty lots and tear downs and putting in apartment buildings. And that was still okay. It was still, surrounded by houses. It wasn't just one long block of nothing but apartments. Oh, a NIMBY kind of town, not in my backyard. We had a lime tree in the backyard on Lafayette. I wonder if it's still there. I hate limes now. I hate them because I wanted lemons. Oh, a friend of yours lives on Farragut? That'd be the front side of Farragut Elementary. We were at near Ocean and Overland. I'll bet they call it Overland now. It's Overland. And on Overland, there was a Jack's Ranch Market, the equivalent of Stater Brothers today. And then I remember they built a little strip mall, and the anchor store was Newberry's. I don't think Newberry's exists anymore. They don't know who Farragut was. I bet they don't know who Lindbergh was. Yeah, Farragut was a war hero. I'm glad you pronounce Overland the way I do, Angus. Yeah, I went to Stater Brothers when I lived in Orange. You had to go to Garden Grove to shop at Ralph's, or what was the other one? I don't know. I've learned recently that Market Basket still exists, but I remember when um, another chain bought Market Basket. I'm trying to remember who bought it. One of the big grocery chains. Might have been Ralph's. The one in Anaheim where I went when I was a kid is, it was Alpha Beta. Yeah, Alpha Beta bought Market Basket, and then somebody else bought Alpha Beta. Yeah, I'm not thrilled with Stater Brothers, but they're getting close to being a monopoly. Ralph's is expensive. Vaughn's is expensive, especially at their Vaughn's pavilions. But man, you can get anything. I mean, you can get foie gras and well, maybe not now. California's made that illegal. You can get caviar. You can get spices nobody ever heard of, and all kinds of artisan cheeses and deli meats. Oh, Hughes. I never shopped at Hughes, but I remember it. Angus used to shop at Market Basket. That was back when you bought a soda pop for like 15 cents, but when you took the glass bottle back to the store, they gave you 10 cents for it. So your soda ended up costing 5 cents. Oh, I loved Alpha Beta when they started this thing where if the scanner had the price of your purchase wrong, you got it for free. Oh, I see. Pavilions competes with Gelson's. I've never been to a Gelson's. My brother, Steve, worked at a Lucky supermarket that was inside Gemco in Anaheim. You see, in August of 65, the Watts riot happened. In September of 65, our family moved to Anaheim. I think there's a connection. I wonder if the supermarket in Palisades burned down or if it's still there. On Select, I think that might be an online thing. Yeah, there were plenty of riots in LA. There was one, the Rodney King riot. I don't remember exactly when, but I was visiting my brother in Chino, and I lived in Riverside, actually in Pedley, right next to Miraloma. And I could not drive home because there were rioters, and some of them were standing on the bridge, the overpass over the freeway, throwing rocks and bricks down on the cars below, both on the freeway and on Euclid Avenue, which you had to take to get to the freeway. Oh, the Ralphs and Gelsons burned down. That's sad. Oh, Angus remembers it was March of 92. Brentwood, you lived in Brentwood. Ever meet OJ? Or Lord, I forgot his wife's name. Oh, Playa del Rey. Your mom was in Playa del Rey? Oh, that's an awesome beach. National Guard was guarding her neighborhood. Very good. Yeah, the way I see it, and I watched as much as of the OJ trial as I could. I mean, they didn't show it all, but if I couldn't watch it live, I would tape it and watch it later. And even though I believed that he did it, I could not, Nicole, yeah, I could not have convicted him based on the evidence that the prosecution presented. They did a terrible job and they got rewarded with it for it. They got bonuses. And I still believe he did it, but I could not have found him guilty based on that stupid prosecution. Yeah. And they wasted the jury's time for a couple of weeks on DNA. All you have to do is say DNA is even better than fingerprints. No two people have the same DNA. That doesn't take 2 weeks. Shoot, we were taught about DNA in junior high, 7th and 8th grades. You know, and they're lecturing these adults for a couple of weeks. Jeez. I like the is it Barney? The purple dinosaur? I think they had that on the Tonight Show, or no, it must have been Saturday Night Live. They had Barney the purple dinosaur singing a new song. DNA, DNA. You did meet OJ. Wow. Yeah, he had really great attorneys, and they wanted nothing to do with him when it was over. They won the case, but they didn't like him. So they were doing their job and did a masterful job. Smokey, leave Tora alone. I'm sure they believed he did it, but see, the police screwed it up to begin with by creating some evidence just to bolster the case they already had before tampering with evidence. Oh, you were like 11 years old and you saw him with his white Ferrari. And Angus and his friends said, "Oh, Jay, that's a nice car." And he said, "Whatever, kids, buzz off." Nice guy, huh? God. Oh, a different restaurant, but same street as Mezzaluna. Uh, yeah, he was, Angus. I don't use that word. My oldest brother was named Rick, and he was one of those. Yeah, let me open the door for the asshole cats. So if they want to play fight, they can do it outside. All right. Door's open. You can go play if you want. I showed this during my early morning, middle of the night live stream, but I'll do it again. My entire childhood, I longed to live in the country, have a farm or at least a mountain cabin, and a horse. I was really into horses. Okay, what fell and where did it go? I felt it hit my knee. I don't see it. It was one of my many cigarette lighters, I'm sure. Yeah, that's what's missing. No biggie. I'll tell you, our county code enforcement is nuts. In the past, I have caught them trying to enforce the city codes on Crestline. We are not in San Bernardino City. We are not a city at all. Hiccups. We're county. We're an unincorporated area. But this year, they're really driving me nuts. They must have thought that my hollyhocks were weeds. They were like over 5 feet tall, some of them. Some were only 2 or 3 feet tall. Every year they make beautiful flowers. They're just straight up and down, no branches. Big old main stem, not really a trunk, with leaves on it, and then flowers. And they do go to seed, and when they go to seed, I cut them down. But in the meantime, they still are not weeds. Okay, so I get this notice to abate. First, they show me my roof and order me to remove the pine needles. That roof is completely clean with a shadow from a nearby cedar tree. I can't remove the shadow, it doesn't come off. Oh, hi, Jason. Good morning. Welcome in. They want me to remove the shadow, I guess. And there's no pine needles anywhere near that roof. No pine trees, so how would it get pine needles? And then remove the weeds. We have my roses, my irises, and some hollyhocks. I'm not going to cut my roses down to less than 4 inches tall. They're crazy. I'm not going to cut down the irises. And at this date, I have cut down the hollyhocks because the flowers wilted and they went to seed and they're dried out. Oh, yeah, $100 fine plus if I don't get it done by September 6th, they'll do it for me and charge me at least $600. That's more than my house payment. I wrote them a letter saying, I'm confused. And I went over the fact that those are cultivated plants and that's a shadow on the roof. Can you please send me pictures of the actual problems so I can focus on them? I look forward to hearing from you. Meanwhile, there are some weeds out back where they cannot see them, and I've been uh, pulling them up by the roots because I whacked them earlier this summer and they're growing back. So now I'm pulling them up so they don't grow back as fast. What is Brandon House? They were ordered to pay the IRS a bunch of money even though they had 2 letters saying he didn't have to pay it. Wow. Yeah. Well, good luck. If they do find me, I can plead that I'm indigent and get it forgiven. I can show them, hey, I'm on food stamps. I don't have $600. I've maxed out $600 on my credit card this month. Well, it took 3 months to max it out. I'm just making minimum payments now. Oh, a Christian news program? Oh, geez. Well, that's why. Look, now I really don't feel sorry for government employees who got fired. They're just targeting Christians. I haven't been to church in a long time, but fortunately, the local Baptist church does their shows live on Facebook. Oh, Jason is down to $600. Car repairs and other expenses, and Uber is slow, I guess. Well, I'm down to about $50. But I get my Social Security in a, let's see, what's the date now? 21. Okay, I get some of it in 1 week and the rest in 2 weeks. So 1 week from now, I get the SSI, which is a couple hundred. I think it's 200. And then on the 3rd of the month, I get the regular Social Security, which is about 700. Let me check the calendar. A lot depends upon what day of the week it is. Now, the 29th is a Friday. I'll probably get the SSI on the 29th. And then, and the 3rd is a Wednesday, so I'll get the Social Security on a Wednesday, the 3rd of September. And then, on the 10th of September, I finally get to renew my driver's license. I had to make an appointment because I want real ID, and they have to have a special employee to handle that. You can't just walk in. I did register online and went through all kinds of hassle getting my documents approved because my birth certificate has my first name as Leslie, but I go by Tessa, and I did change it with Social Security, but I didn't go to court and change it. Fortunately, I was able to dig up my Social Security records showing that I had this, I had the same number with just a different first name. And they accepted it finally on their website, but they only, what do you call it, provisionally accepted it till I bring in the actual paper documents to the office. Well, I will look up Brandon House, Jason. Thanks for the tip. Yeah, it's been hot here, but not 113. Phoenix is awful. It'll literally melt your shoes if you stand still too long on the pavement. It melted a pair of my sneakers, melted the soles, so I had to get new shoes. It has been sometimes in the 90s here, and that's horrible for the mountains. Our highs tend to be 80 to 85, not 90 to 95. But yeah, I watch California Weather Watch on YouTube, and they say that it'll rain here where I am by Monday. So I have to get some things tarped up in my driveway so they don't get wet. But that's easier than pulling weeds and cutting back blackberry vines. Anyway, come on, brain. If it rains here on Monday, it could rain in Arizona. He did mention Arizona. It could rain in Arizona first because the moisture from Arizona comes backward into California sometimes, and that's what it's expected to do. Oh, Freeman, welcome in. You missed a bunch of stuff about how code enforcement is an idiot. Your cell phone died. Oh, the horror. I thought my cell phone had died, and it turned out to be the charger. I got a different charger, and it charged right up and worked. Now, I've been drinking coffee and water, so I got to scoot for a minute, but I'll be right back. Don't go away. Oh Lord, won't you buy me a good kitty cat? My cats are all fat and they're big and they're fat. So Lord, won't you buy me a good kitty cat? Hi Tora, are you a good sweet girl? Hello. Oh, such a kitty cat. Oh Lord, won't you buy me a good kitty cat? Don't claw my chair. My cats are all bad and they're big and they're fat. So Lord, won't you buy me a good kitty cat? Oh. Well, Freeman, I hope things went well for you in court. Hate to see you get kicked out of your home over nothing, over a false report. Wow. Well, I was up half the night and I'm still up. I actually did a live stream around 4:45 for an hour or so because I couldn't get back to sleep. Oh well. I'm not sleepy, I'm just physically tired. And my back still hurts from pulling weeds and not whacking weeds, by hand whacking the blackberry vine that ate crestline and never had berries this year. Not a one. It had a few last year. Well, anyway, it's a lovely day so far, but it'll get hot in the afternoon and I'll be wishing it was morning and cool. Tora, get out of my stuff. You've had treats 3 times this morning. Gonna perform major surgery on your phone, huh? Good luck. I hope it works. All right, Tora. I'm almost out of cat treats, but there is a shipment on the way. It's supposed to arrive today, but who knows when. So I have to ration the cat treats until it gets here. By the way, the cat's PayPal fund is running low again. That's what I use to order their food and litter and treats. I tried ordering toys. I'm glad I didn't spend much on cat toys. They aren't interested. They want to go out and play with real toys. I am so stressed, but I refuse to let it take over my life. Anyway, oh, they're making you move because someone attacked you? That sucks. Freeman is disabled, and another tenant attacked him, and they're blaming him. I don't know. Did you say a bad word or something? When I was a kid, they said, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me." Of course, whoever said that wasn't told for his entire childhood, "You have cooties. Ew, run away." Chocolate. Chocolate. I ate all the cookies, except the ones I gave away. I made cookies. Last week I used the recipe on the back of the Toll House morsels, chocolate chips. But they were good, but they were not the way Mom made cookies. So this week I made the second batch, and by the way, caramel chips instead of chocolate. And I just reduced the amount of flour in the recipe after searching online for tips and suggestions. And they came out the way Mom made them, very flat, really spread out, crispy around the edges and soft on the inside. The regular recipe makes them dry, not really tough to chew, kind of like cookies you might buy at the store. And it just wasn't the same. There were very few things that Mom could cook that would be edible, but she made good cookies. And she recruited all 4 of us kids. All that baby sister was good for was eating the cookies. But we would make the dough and plop it onto the cookie sheets. And Mom would push them into the oven and bake them. She could make a pretty good meatloaf, but it did have too much onion. We ate it anyway because it was so much better than anything else she cooked. And at Thanksgiving, she made a good turkey because if you follow the directions, whether it's on a package that the turkey comes in or from various expert chefs, the turkey's actually undercooked. She would cook it until the legs and wings were practically falling off. And it was good. But that doesn't work now because turkeys have changed. The breasts cook faster than the dark meat of legs and wings. But they've bred turkeys to where their legs and wings are so tiny, they cook in about the same time as the breast. So I've taken to using a lower temperature and more time and just cranking it up at the end to brown the skin so it gets crispy. This darn tumor, I haven't heard about the biopsy yet. I have a pretty good idea what it's going to say. But I want things to hurry up so I can get surgery scheduled. Now the new picture on my driver's license is going to show this god-awful tumor. I might have to make another appointment after the surgery just to get a new picture. Well, Freeman, yeah, I did like your story. And you finish it when and how you're able and really want to do it. You can't force creative writing. I've learned that the hard way a couple times. For example, I tried writing something in the romance genre, and my heart just wasn't in it. Had to give it up. Let's see, what else is going on? My roses are recovering from last year's rosebush hacker. Who nearly killed some of them. To create a path where I did not have a path and I did not want a path. I have a path around, out bushes, not between them. That would just make a place for burglars to hide. In between rows of rose bushes. Tora's being a bad kitty cat. Oh, she's so cute, though. Yes. She's fat. Oh, hi, sweetie. What you chewing? Look at sweetie. She's so beautiful. Yes, you are. Pretty tuxedo kitty cat. She sits in that spot because she wants treats. So I better paw out some treats. I'm running out of them. Oh, this one's empty. There, here you go. You too, Tora, I know. Can't treat Sweetie without treating Tora. At least they don't get into fights like Tutu and Smoky Sue. Yes, tuxedo cats are well dressed, Angus. Oh, I've been getting spam. At first, I didn't recognize it as spam. It must be AI. It's like, I read your book. Is it okay if I post a review of it? And then they want you to click on a link. Well, I don't click on links in email unless I sent the email to myself. Did you know that you can, even if you have only one email address, you can send an email to yourself, and then that email gets put at the top of your list so you don't have to search for it down into the dungeon of your saved emails. Oh well. I've been on for nearly an hour, 1 minute short of an hour now. And I did, I think, over an hour earlier. Oh well. That's why I'm running out of things to say. So today, I take all the cardboard boxes that are outside and put them up on the pallets. I got someone to give me pallets. That's easy to do around here. There are lots of unwanted pallets hanging around. And I have to get them all onto the pallets and tarp them. Earlier, I untarped everything that was already there and shook off the tree dirt. Tree dirt is like branches, leaves, acorns, cedar seeds, and dirt. And I'll put everything, the more things, the other things that have to go there, I'll put them out and tarp them. And I've put bricks on top of the tarps to hold them down because there's no easy way for me to tie down the tarps. The pallets are sitting on a concrete driveway. And the pallets are there to make sure that water on the ground doesn't seep up into the boxes. Well, anyway, I put bricks on top of the tarps to hold them down. And earlier this year, while it was still rainy season, someone stole some of the bricks and the wind blew the tarps off. I'd like to know what kind of idiot breaks into someone else's driveway to steal bricks. I was so angry. Fortunately, I have more bricks. I don't have to buy any. And in a pinch, there's some big rocks in my yard, in my garden. I hear a diesel truck with air brakes. I gotta go see if it's a fire engine. I'll be right back. Look out, sweetie. You ate all the treats. Look out. Oh, curiosity pays off. It's EMT, the medics, going to the neighbors 2 doors down from here. I'll mind my own business and let them do their job. I was afraid it might be a fire of some sort. Let's see. Freeman discovered a band called Curve, Curve, and they have a record, Doppelganger. Well, you know what, Freeman? I need to sign off anyway, so I'll copy the link and sign off here and watch it. I don't dare play music on my podcast. I'm like that because I might get copyrighted and get a strike. I'm not going to monetize for various reasons, not the least of which is subjecting my viewers to endless ads for the pink salt recipe, to lose weight with a phony AI version of Oprah Winfrey recommending it and how she lost weight with it. It's fake. And YouTube doesn't care. It's a paid ad, so they run it. It was even in the category of pets, cats and dogs, and in construction and a legal category. I forget the exact name of it, but it was like lawyers. Yeah. So you block it in the health category and this and that category that kind of makes sense, like cooking and diet and nutrition. And you still see it because it's in these categories where it doesn't belong. So anyway, thank you all. And have a great day. I'm trying to type and talk. It doesn't always work out. And I will catch you later. Bye.